Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG, and we're located on the north spawn of Abbey. At least I think it's the north spawn. And it's under the command of Ratchet Tanker. And he's got a mark on his barrel and an American flag, stars and stripes. So, battle has commenced. Let's see how he gets on. Well, all he's done is turn around for the moment. You're facing the wrong way. Okay, he's off to the bushes. Now, this is one of only two premium SPGs in the game at the moment. In fact, the Sexton 1 isn't normally on sale, so it's very difficult to get hold of one of them. But thankfully, Wargaming did bring the Fifi, the leFH, back into sale only a short while ago, so many people have been able to get hold of one. And I don't know how long Ratchet Tanker's had one, but I suspect that he's had one for some time. He has got it first marked. He's aiming for a look, fires a round in, and it lands nearby. That was an unlucky first shot, but I'm sure things are going to get better. That looks just bumped into the wall. And he's wiped out with one shot. 340 hit points, 105mm shell ends that tier 4 light tank's life. Now T-34, he's dialing in, almost there, ready to go, round out. Lands on the rock. I think the T-34 is actually behind a rock and that's why he couldn't get an outline. Fires another round in. Oh, he got him! He hit him this time. T-34's wiped out. That's his second kill. Now, there was another Lux in the Abbey grounds, but we've lost sight of him. He may be hiding behind the buildings. There's a little gap there where you can actually go behind. There he is! He's actually come out the gap. He's come through there, through the gap, into the Abbey grounds, then he's pulled back in again. Okay, Ratchet Tanker's switched targets. He's got a couple of heavies over on the west side of the map. Let's bring up the mini-map so we can actually see it. The Excelsior's moving forward, rounds out. Oh, that was close. Very, very close, but he's lost sight of them. T1 Heavy has now got them in sight again. He fires another quick round in. Misses the Excelsior. Okay, he's dialed in. Waiting for the reload. And, oh, that one hit the rock above. It was a very narrow shot. Now, it looks to me like he's decided that he's going to have to move further east because they're headed this way, those heavies, and it doesn't look as if that T1 heavy is going to stop them. No, he hasn't. He's actually dead. There's a Wolverine up on top of the cliff face, so on the cliff top, rather, I should say, but I don't think he's going to be able to stop them either, and the Stug 3B is moving to intercept. Yes, the Wolverine's been taken out of the game as well by the enemy Fifi. So it's not looking very good for Ratchet Tanker at the moment. But he's going to set up a position so he can fire on any enemy tank that tries to come into our cap from the west. He's dialing in, turning around to face the target. He's centered his arcs, so he's got a nice field of fire to work with. I'm sure they're just going to come around the corner. Oh no, they've come up onto the high ground. Going for the M3 Lee. He's hiding behind the rock. Rounds out. And he pulls forward just as the shell lands. So we don't get a kill there. Fires another round in loose. Oh, he hit him! He got the M3 there. He hit him. Going after the Churchill 3. Rounds out. Lands behind him. Now, the great thing about the Fifi is it's got a fast reload, 7.7 seconds. Gets a lovely hit there for 153. And you can dial in as fast as you can load. Which means that it's very good at getting accurate shot after shot on the target. The Excelsior there is wiped out by the T40, actually, funnily enough, who's up on the cap area, on the cap-ground. There's the M3 Lee that he fired at earlier. It's still 100%, so nobody's hit him yet. And there's an SU-76, rounds out. Oh no, he pulled forward just as we fired, so we missed that chance. Right, we've got a Churchill 3 again. We've hit this one before. Fires the round in, and he's killed him. That's his third kill. Right, now, there was an M3 lead just around about there. Rounds out. No. And he's switching targets. He's going to the enemy cap area. And the reason for this is that one of our tanks has actually managed to get down that far and is now spotting the enemy. And one of the enemies specifically, the Fifi on the enemy team. And we know that because they are particularly deadly. And oh, you could see the tracer. And he's holding down his right-hand mouse key as he's moving the aim about there, so that he can actually see the target. And he's wiped the Fifi out. As his fourth kill, he's taken out the enemy Arty. Now, changing back to the other side of the map, there's still an Su-76FG-FT up on the heights, as well as an M3 Lee. Well, last time we looked, they were up there. He's firing a quick round in. No, no joy, he's not there. We've lost sight of all the enemy tanks that were down south. Right, there's still 7 enemies to deal with. Ah, one of them's turned up, the Su-76G, and he's going after RM8A1. Oh, he took him out on the move as well. Round out. Oh, he caught the Su-76. He took him in the side. The round went right into the side of the cabin, and he's gone. M3 Lee. It's not the same M3 Lee we saw before. Rounds out, and it lands right next door to him. He's firing a heat round at the moment, so he needs a direct hit to make it count. But we've lost sight of him. Ah, there he is. Okay, now if that M3 stays stationary, M3 will get... Yeah, that's a heat round again. So that's rather expensive. These rounds are not cheap. But if you get a direct hit with a heat round, it can wipe out the enemy tank. Okay, there's a T-40. Enemy T-40. He's up on the heights. We're loading standard HE. Oh, he's fallen down the cliff edge. Rounds out. It lands nearby and almost splashes him. Damages his tracks. But the P2640 managed to get up on top of the cliff. And he wipes him out with the next round. 83 hit points. That is his Top Gun. Now, can he get this M3 Lee again? This time round he's using standard HE. No, he switched to HE, heat again. And unfortunately... that would have been a splash hit, but now he's using standard HE again. And he's killed it this time. Standard HE does tend to work sometimes. Now, where is the enemy? We've lost all sign of the enemy. He's got 7 kills now. He's one short of getting a Radley Walters. He's got a couple of teammates still alive. A P2640's on the west side of the map. The KV-1 on the east side of the map. Oh, we just lost the P2640, and there is an M3 Lee. Fires a round out. No, it goes behind the M3. Now, he's running short of ammo. He's only got 11 rounds left. 10 rounds of HE, 1 round of heat. So he's going to have to be conservative on the ammo. Oh, one of the enemies turned up. 2 of the enemy have turned up. A Sav M43, and he's taken a round from the Sav. He's turning to face him, and he derps him in the side. 270 hit points. That's a one-shot kill. There's no Arty on the enemy team, so they can't come and shoot him over the top of the rock. And in fact, now he's facing off against the T-28. That's a Tier 4 Soviet medium. But that T-28 is at a bit of a disadvantage because we've got a 105mm gun, and he's turned the wrong way. And now he is toast. 255 hit points. That is his 10th kill and wins the game. Wow. That was one hell of a game. And here's the end of battle result. It's an ace tanker for Ratchet Tanker in the 105 leFH18B2. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 14 in that battle. A Pools medal for taking down 10 of the enemy. 10, would you believe it? A Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. And lastly, a High Caliber for getting the highest damage in the battle overall. At least 20% of the enemy hit points. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, highest on damage, 2,062 hit points of damage overall. He also picked up 10 kills, and when it came to base XP, he also scored 1,112 overall. That was an ace tanker for the Fifi. In fact, the highest score the enemy could make was 291 for the Su-76 GFT, and the highest damage they could do was, funnily enough, the enemy Fifi. He did 662 hit points of damage, got 4 kills, but he didn't score so highly on the XP. So let's have a look at the detail report. Well, he fired 34 rounds during that battle. He got 13 direct hits, 13 penetration, 2 splash. Damage of 2,062 hit points, of which 1,537 were at more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit from the SAM M43, and it was a penetration. And he did also receive a hit as a result of splash damage. He hit 11 of the enemy and killed 10 of them. That's 2/3 of the enemy team were wiped out by him personally. On a standard account, he earned 33,141 credits, and he also got 50,000 credits for a personal missions payout. And after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, he took away 35,141 credits, which is a phenomenal sum considering you think that he's actually using premium consumables to boost his performance. He also received base XP of 1,112, got premium bonus of 445 XP, giving him a grand total of 1,557 experience points altogether. So absolutely fantastic round there by Ratchet Tanker. Congratulations for that round. I should say it's actually Ratchet Tanker 12. I didn't know there was more than one Ratchet Tanker, but I'm sure that was an absolutely fantastic round, so congratulations. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.